Hi, my name is Betty. I'm 67 years old. I've been living with HIV and AIDS for 24 years. The first 6 years I did not know I had it. I was diagnosed in 1994 with a viral load, which is how many viral particles there are in 1 milliliter of blood, with a viral load of 2.5 million, and the CD4 count, which is your T cell count, of 20. And I went on antivirals in 94, and they darn near paralyzed me. So I stopped taking them, and then I went for the next 4 years with a less than 10% chance of surviving for 3 months. In 1997, two of my friends were praying over me, and they had their hands on my shoulders, and I felt the kindest, most gentlest, sweetest touch on the top of my head that I've ever felt in my life. And at first I thought it was my friend, but then I realized that the four hands were still on my shoulders, and that there was definitely a hand on my head, and I asked who, and he just said, "I am your Jesus, and you will live." This prophecy came to pass for 3 years later. In 2000, I got hit with cryptococcal meningitis. Cryptococcus is a normal-bodied fungus, but when your CD4 count is too low, it can attack your brain. Normally it stays between the brain and the skull. In my case, it ate into my brain and into my basal ganglia. Less than 10% of the people who had this survive, and I lived. It took me about 6 months, 10 months to begin to come back, but I came back some, and then I had to start taking the antivirals. I have been nauseous 24/7 for the last 12 years. There is nothing that they could do to stop it. There's nothing they could do to prevent it. This is all the only choices that I had at the time to stay alive. In 1999, in 2004 is it's been really, really tough coming back because I had to have home care. I was no longer able to take care of myself at all. I couldn't cook, I couldn't clean. I had to have help with cooking and cleaning. I still am in that position now, but in about in last August I had 12 falls in 2 months, and went into the hospital, and they found out that I had massive brain cell damage, brain cell death, and that it already had eaten into my basal ganglia. And apparently this is common in most HIV patients, but because I'm only 74 pounds, have absolutely no body fat at all, is that the odds of any improvement were very, very slim. And then last September, no, not September, about 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, I had a fall and I fractured my lower lumbar spine. I have a compression fracture in my lumbar spine. My doctor told me it would never heal, that I would be on painkillers for the rest of my life, but I refused to accept this diagnosis. He put me on hospice because he felt I could get better medical care on hospice than he could give me in the clinic. and that's proven to be true. They care, they give me all the help I need, but I still cannot walk around freely anymore. I can't drive my car. I can't take a chance on driving. I now have to have care I cannot get out of bed in the morning unless somebody was there to help me. I can't go to bed at night unless somebody was here to get me into bed safely. And it's truly not worth it. If I had known I made this choice myself, I can't blame anybody else. This was my choice, and this is what I have to live with now. My nurse told me that I'm looking at, because I also have severe osteoporosis, I'm looking at least a year of basic immobility before I can even hope to be on my feet again on my own. They did a study in London, and they a group of 50-year-olds and found with long-term HIV and long-term antivirals, and they found out they had the immune system of an 88-year-old person, which means my immune system is probably close to 100 years old. They've also found out that after long-term HIV and long-term antivirals, there's a variety of conditions that you can get. You become much more susceptible to cancer, to tuberculosis, to pneumonia, and what I have is called advanced aging. My internal organs can age between 20 and 30 years with no warning at all. They don't know why. They don't know how to stop it. They have no idea what causes it. But I could very well be between 80 and 100 years old inside my body. It's not worth it. It's truly not worth the price. I don't know when I'll be able to walk normally again. I used to be able to walk a 12-minute mile. Now I can barely walk from my bedroom to the bathroom without a walker. I need somebody standing behind me all the time because I tend to fall backwards. I was in physical therapy for 2 months, and the physical therapist said he had never seen the situation where somebody literally feels like they're being pushed backwards. I can't grab onto anything but anything solid, but I made the mistake of grabbing onto my walker or onto a chair, and I pulled them both down on top of me. It's not worth it. It's just not worth the price. If it doesn't end, it's not going to end for me until I finally pass. I have no idea how long that will take. I have no idea what's going on inside of my body at all. And in my clinic alone, in February and March, there were 40 new admissions between 15 and 25. These kids, if they can tolerate the horrendous side effects, which not only is the nausea, but this, what they call the buffalo hump, where all the fat leaves your arms and your legs and focuses on it, goes to the back of your neck. I have one friend who can no longer straighten her head out at all. I had another friend who had the fat cells removed once. They came back rapidly the second time. He had them removed the second time. They came back rapidly again. The third time they killed him. So basically, there are very, very few alternatives for me right now. I'm on my last set of antivirals because my doctor says that the new antivirals that are coming out are too toxic and they'll probably kill me. So I'm buying time right now. I cannot walk alone. I can't get alone at any time. I can't drive. I can't ride in a car for any length of time. I can't sit down for any length of time without horrendous pain. And it's it's really getting to be overwhelming. It's not worth the price of those few minutes of oohing on. It truly is not worth the price. It never goes away. You can have this virus in your system from 3 to 10 years, undetectable. You don't know you have it, but you can still pass it on. It's horrendous. There's no easy way of saying this, but it's one of the most horrible things that a person can have. I don't know how much longer I have. Nobody really knows how much longer they have, but in my case it's much more severe because of the broken back now. I have absolutely no body fat at all. My body is starting to eat off my muscles to stay alive, and I can't seem to gain any weight at all. It's not worth it. It's truly, truly not worth the price. It's too high, and you never stop paying. It continues. The antivirals have side effects that are horrendous, and in a way I'm lucky. I only have the nausea. I don't have the peripheral neuropathy. That's where your hands and feet burn so bad that you can barely use them. So thank God I don't have that. But I have, again, absolutely no body fat at all. And I'm skin and bones. I feel the cold like I have to wear 3 or 4 layers of clothing in the winter time because the cold penetrates anything that I try and put on. It's horrendous. It's the only way I have to describe it. It's truly, truly not worth the price at all. The price does not stop. It never ends. It goes on and on. No matter what you do, no matter what you take, you still pay the price. And it's horrendous, and it doesn't go away. It just doesn't go away. So this is what I have to live with. This is the truth about HIV. It is not a chronic disease. It is fatal. If the disease doesn't kill you immediately, and now there are 2 strains that are totally resistant to any medication we have. We have one coming from California, and we have one coming from China. There's no medications that are effective against these 2 strains, and they will kill you within 6 months to a year. The price is not worth those few minutes. It's truly not worth the price, because it never ever goes away. Thank you very much.